third phase of moon.
Third phase moon, Blake Cousins here, going over a few photographs and video just in from Jack. Jack is on the line right now. I just wanted to share this with you. Let's roll with the video. There's some video along with the still images coming in. And what are we looking at? Some kind of massive vortex, a tornado developing? I'm not exactly sure. We got to get Jack's insight on this. Apparently Jack is saying that there's a couple UFOs in the middle of the vortex. We got to look out for that. We're going to be enhancing the video as we roll with this interview. Jack, you there?
Yes, I am here.
Wow, Jack, we're looking at the video. Thanks. It's been about a month and a half since you've been ill, and I hope things are going better for you. That you're in a better, healthy state. But let's get to this video right now. What happened, Jack? This is insane.
Well, I appreciate the concern. Things have been quite a bit up and down, but I'm happy to report that I was out there again, back to my old tricks, as you would say, looking for the next adventure. And what I saw about 5 days ago, I believe it was on last Saturday. No, it was not Saturday. It was on Monday, I believe. But in any case, now there were reports on the news expecting some very extreme weather, but in my opinion, this was not weather phenomenon. It was more like some sort of energy vortex taking place up in the sky.
Yeah.
And there was also a vehicle that was moving around in the center of the phenomenon, which
we're enhancing that video now.
And began to fly erratically around the middle of the phenomenon, as though it was perhaps waiting for, perhaps it had created the phenomenon, or it was taking advantage of the conditions in some way. But in my opinion, I do not believe it was strange extreme weather. I think that
there's two
ships up there created that situation, and I was very happy to have captured it. And I'm anxious to know what you folks and the folks around the world might have to say about that.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. This is a incredible video and stills coming in. What we're going to be sharing it with the world right now. Don't worry about that. And I want to thank you again for joining us. When we're slowing and zooming in on this video, you're talking about the craft, and then there's something that morphs out of it. Then all of a sudden, there's like two objects within the vortex. Did you see that with your naked eye, or?
The one object flying around in the middle of it, and then it turned into two. I definitely did see that, and it's very evident on the video as well. And so,
yeah,
I cannot explain that exactly, other than perhaps there was a ship that let out some sort of pod, or perhaps the other ship had been obscured. Maybe they were flying in tandem and then they began to separate. But there are definitely two objects flying erratically around in the middle of that phenomenon, or whatever it was.
You know, so the video just stops. What happened? Did you just stop recording? What happened after this phenomenon that you captured?
Well, my battery went dead, and I do have a backup battery for the camera, which I always carry. But by the time, it took me about 30, 45 seconds to change the battery. And by the time I did put the new battery back in, there was really nothing to be seen up there anymore. The whole phenomenon had just evaporated. Now, I did take my eyes off of the sky for a second.
Sure.
And as I placed the next battery in the camera, and so I cannot tell you what had happened when the phenomenon dissipated. All I can say is by the time I turned on the camera, there was nothing left to see up there. So I also have a couple of minutes of footage. I did shoot the same location, hoping for a return of the phenomenon, but nothing did happen after that first shot.
Well, we're enhancing the video. It looks incredible. So, were you afraid? Did it seem like maybe a tornado was forming? You don't think this was a tornado of any kind? This is just you're describing it as a vortex.
No, I don't think it was a tornado. I have been around several of that type of phenomenon, and it didn't feel like a tornado. I didn't feel the static charge. I didn't feel the sensations that are associated with weather phenomena, such as a tornado. There were no high winds. There wasn't a grand still that you often feel in the eye of the storm. There was really just a continued gentle 15 to 20 knot winds that we usually have in the area, and that is really, there was no noticeable weather conditions associated with extreme weather. It was really just a regular weather.
Sure. So,
in my
Jack,
opinion.
yeah, definitely. Thanks for that. Let me think about this. You've been submitting these videos and photographic evidence from the ranch for almost about a year now, and they're quite incredible. And usually they're either it's government related or possibly extraterrestrial. I'm not exactly sure what's going on over your ranch. Do you think this could have been some kind of like a HAARP or some kind of weather experiment, or is this more of like a vortex extraterrestrial opening over your ranch, possibly?
Well, I would say that was most certainly an unnatural phenomenon. Now, whether it was a HAARP or some sort of terrestrial-based government-operated program, I cannot say. But it was very, very large, and I am not aware of HAARP being able to affect that scale of an area.
Wow, how big was it in the sky, Jack?
Phenomenon.
How big was it in the sky?
I think it was over a quarter mile in diameter, in my estimation. Now, I cannot be sure of the size of the phenomenon, because I can't really be sure of the distance away that I was from it. And so, just in my general estimation, I feel that it was at least a quarter mile wide, which is a very, very massive area to be affected by something such as HAARP, in my opinion.
Sure, I would never underestimate the power of HAARP, though, Jack. You never know. They could be controlling the weather, and it could be huge. But, man, Jack, this is incredible video. I appreciate you sharing it with us right here at Third Phase. I want to do you a favor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending you new equipment. All right, so you got to give me your address, and I'm going to get you some big lenses, because you're just getting real close to the truth here, Jack. So appreciate you sharing.
And what I can do is I will send you an address, not necessarily my address, and I will make arrangements to retrieve the camera, which I much appreciate. And thank you very much for your offer. I do appreciate it.
No, I appreciate that, you, Jack. What's going on right now and over your ranch is a phenomenon, an event, and it's happening in real time, and that's so important. Stay tuned, everybody, for more updates from Jack's ranch, because I'm going to be sending them that new equipment here this week. So you never know what Jack's going to be catching here in the future. Jack, appreciate you joining us right here at Third Phase.
Well, once again, it's my pleasure as always, and thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Jack. We're going to be sharing the video. You share it with your friends. If you've seen anything like this, I'm sure you have. I'm sure there are people around the world that have seen this vortex phenomenon. There are videos out there from the past. We want to see some video from you, the public. Share it to us right here at Third Phase Moon. Blake Cousins. Keep your eyes on the skies. We're not alone. We'll see you again next time.